Hey bestie, welcome back. Today I am sharing my favorite inspirational quotes for women in business. Don't you just love a really good quote? Well, today you are in luck because I'm sharing with you my top 10. These are my favorite quotes from powerful women who inspire me to want to do more in my business.
This really does put me in a better mood.
I'm Amy Walker, your biz bestie, and I help entrepreneurs like you be able to create consistent, predictable sales through their organic marketing and their scalable sales strategies. And I also run a podcast for 6 and 7 figure entrepreneur women called Your Circle of Influence. I run it with my biz bestie, Dr. Monica Ogando. And one of the reasons we started this podcast was because I felt like to get to my next level in business, I needed to surround myself with the wisdom of other female entrepreneurs. I love learning from all successful people, but there is a certain point where we need a female that we can emulate. We need to see ourselves in someone else. We need to know that they understand our world, our struggles, and that they get us. So that's why I love these quotes so much. So we're gonna jump in. I have 10 of them for you. And at the end, if you stick with me until the end, I have a surprise bonus.
Wow.
And I promise you each one of these would make a wonderful vinyl sign to put on your wall. My first one comes from the Queen, Ariana Huffington. Fearlessness is like a muscle. I know from my own life that the more I exercise it, the more natural it becomes not to let my fears run me. I love that one. That one is so good. Let's talk about this. Fear should not be driving your car, but sometimes it needs to be in your car. It just gets to sit in the back seat.
Have you lost your mind?
Right? We cannot expect ourselves to be void of fear, but we can live our lives in a way that fear does not determine what we do next. I like to think that the more I do scary things, the more fearless I get. But to pretend like fear is never a factor, it's not really accurate. I do think that I have learned not to let it drive my car though. And every time I realize oh wait, how am I making this decision? Oh, I'm making it from fear. Okay, I just visualize, I'm like, fear, get out of the driver's seat, get in the back seat. I'm moving. Determination gets to drive. Inspiration gets to drive. Vision and passion and purpose, they can drive, but fear does not get to drive my car. Number 2, if you know me in real life, you know that I am an author and I love, love, love books. And so, of course, we have to bring in Jane Austen. I mean, you just need to. And it's not the quote you're thinking of. There is a stubbornness about me that can never bear to be frightened at the will of others. My courage always rises at every attempt to intimidate me. I think as women in business, we need to have a certain amount of stubbornness, a certain amount of feistiness, that when we walk into situations where we feel like maybe we're not welcome, we don't have a voice, that we just go in and are like, no, I'm not going to be intimidated by this situation. I'm going to come in and I'm going to be heard. My next quote is from a young and so inspiring female leader, Malala Yousafzai. She said, I raise up my voice not so that I can shout, but so that those without a voice can be heard. We cannot all succeed when half of us are held back. I love this quote because if you know her background and her story, she was trying to promote education for girls in her country in Afghanistan and was attacked by the Taliban and had to flee her country. She almost died, and has been an advocate for women and girls ever since. It's not about holding back men. It's about creating a balance so that all of us can have a better life, because when women are honored and respected, men benefit as well.
We're getting a second opinion.
Because when women are honored and respected, society as a whole benefits. So I absolutely love her story. She is super inspiring. Next quote is by Sheryl Sandberg, and this one says, trying to do it all and expecting it can be done exactly right is a recipe for disappointment. Perfection is the enemy. Oh my gosh, isn't that so true? I tell myself when I'm falling into perfectionism, I'll be like, I do not live on planet perfect. I am shooting for planet great. And when I let go of perfection, it allows me to step into my greatness. But I completely agree with this. Such a recipe for disappointment.
Oh God, well.
This one is so good and it gives me all those like, ooh, butterfly feels. This is by Ginny Romedy and it is growth and comfort do not coexist. For years, one of my mantras for myself has been life begins at the edge of my comfort zone. And so every time I get to that point of like, ooh, I'm not sure about this, I tell myself life begins at the edge of my comfort zone. It is so true that growth and comfort, they don't coexist together. I actually have 2 Arianna Huffington quotes on here because they were both so good. So here's this one. It's a little longer than the last. We need to accept that we won't always make the right decisions, that we'll screw up royally sometimes. Understanding that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Okay, this right here. Number one reason why I hold myself back from success is because I don't like making mistakes. I don't like hurting other people. I don't like disappointing other people. And this is it for me. Like, I need this quote. This needs to be my next sign that I put on my wall.
Okay.
If you're digging on these quotes and want more tips to help you as a business owner and entrepreneur, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification so you can get notified every time we release new content. All right, the next one, quote number 7, this is by Jill Conrath. I got lucky because I never gave up the search. Are you quitting too soon? Or are you willing to pursue luck with a vengeance too? I love that. Are you willing to pursue luck with a vengeance? I love when people look at things and they're like, oh, you just got lucky. Really? Did you just get lucky? Or did you actually pursue it with a vengeance? No list would be complete without Sarah Blakely because one of the things we ask people in our podcast is who's their current business girl crush, a woman they respect and is killing it in business. Sarah Blakely comes up more than anyone else. Don't be intimidated by what you don't know. That can be your greatest strength and ensure that you do things differently from everyone else. If you're only relying on what you know, where's the curiosity? Where's the experience? Where's the let's try and see what happens? I love that. Number 9 is by Elena Percival. I realized that if I was willing to step up and be in the spotlight, I'd be able to make everyone else around me so much more powerful as well. I think it is truly a woman leader that understands that she is taking the spotlight for all of us and that she is creating a win for all of us. This is why jealousy makes no sense. When we look at another woman who is doing what we want to do and we think, oh man, I'm so jealous of her.
Why?
We are dishonoring the fact that her having that spot to win is showing us that there's a spot for us right there next to her. So we should celebrate each other's wins. My 10th quote is, of course, an Oprah quote because what list would be complete without the queen? However, it's really hard to pick because Oprah has so many good quotes, but here's what I'm going with. Be thankful for what you have, you'll end up having more. If you concentrate on what you don't have, you will never, ever have enough. Okay, I told you I would give you a bonus. This is, I think, my most quoted quote from myself. I said it once just in a social media post and everyone started like, oh, that's great, and started quoting me. So I'm gonna share with you what I think is my most famous Amy Walker quote. When you impact a woman, you impact her entire community. I love this about us, that when you give money to a woman in a third world or developing nation, she reinvests about 80 cents on the dollar into elevating her community. She puts it into education, she puts it into solving local problems. The same is not true when a man in a developing nation earns that same dollar. When you inspire a mother and she changes her whole world, her entire family changes with her. We influence nations, the hand that rocks the cradle and all that jazz. So I hope that these quotes have been as inspiring for you as they are for me. I think we need to have a vinyl sign party now. Somebody needs to pull out their Cricut and we need to get these plastered in our offices. If you do want more juicy nuggets from successful entrepreneurs, join me on my podcast. It's called Your Circle of Influence. It's on Spotify, it's on Stitcher, it's on iTunes, and all the places where you can find podcasts. And there you have it, my friends. My favorite inspirational quotes for women in business. The next video that I want you to go watch is what is the foundation for a successful business? I can't wait to see you over there.